Welcome to Fly Guys. Join me as I review the Pier Business Lounge, Cathay Pacific's largest airport lounge in the world, located at Hong Kong International Airport. After visiting the Bridge and the Wing business lounges, I finally made my way to the Pier Business Lounge, the last of the 3 Cathay Pacific business lounges at Hong Kong International Airport that I'm reviewing on this trip. I'll include links to those other reviews in the description below. The lounge is located on level 6 of Terminal 1 near Gate 65. It is open from 5 a.m. until 12:30 a.m. the next day. The Pier Business Lounge originally opened in 2001 and was renovated in 2016. I last visited this lounge back in 2011 before it was renovated. For some reason, I was able to visit the updated Pier First Class Lounge in 2016, but I guess I just didn't have time to check out the renovated business class section then. So I'm glad I was finally able to experience it on this trip. Check Cathay Pacific's official website for the latest access requirements, but I was able to enter since I was flying business class. I visited around 6 p.m. on a Sunday and it was actually pretty busy. Quite a contrast to the Bridge Lounge that I just visited prior to coming here. But it did clear out towards the end of my visit, a little over past 7 p.m. The lounge spans over 35,000 square feet and is the airline's largest in the world. It reflects Cathay Pacific's new design ethos, led by London-based design studio Studio Ilsa. The layout is conceived as a street, with both fast and slow lanes to suit different guest needs. The fast lane guides guests to the food and beverage areas, while the slow lane leads to the seating spaces along the edge of the lounge, which offer great airside views in the morning. Tucked away in the slow lane area is a space called the Bureau, featuring workstations equipped with computers and printers. You'll also notice the evolution of the airline's popular Solus pods here, called the Solo Seat, with high-walled sides for added privacy, along with a side table, reading lamp, and coat hook. We'll explore more of the seating area later, but for now, let's take a look at the food and beverage areas, starting with the food hall. As soon as you walk into the food hall, you'll be greeted by a massive coffee cart where you can order specialty illy coffee made to order by a barista. They also offer some cookies to enjoy with your drink here. The space is anchored by a long buffet offering a variety of food options with a drink station on one side. The rest of the area features a range of seating including counter seats, cafe tables, and a few longer communal tables. They mostly offered Italian dishes during my visit. They offered fresh fruit, desserts including tiramisu and ice cream, a selection of salads, antipasti, cheese, and charcuterie. They also had margherita pizza, parmigiana di melanzane, tuna pizza, and pizza napoletana. There's also polpetti, Sicilian-style chicken thighs, penne arrabbiata, and eggplant caponata. They also offer orange ricotta cake and a couple of varieties of focaccia bread. Finally, there's minestrone as well as an Italian wild boar and vegetable broth soup. Drinks include soda, wine, beer, and coffee and tea. Maybe I just tried the wrong dishes, but the food was just okay. Past the food hall is a bigger space they call the bar, which serves both alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. The bar area has a ton more seating and a variety of seats compared to the food hall, and they all seem to be arranged in clusters facing one another, encouraging a more social, interactive atmosphere. Here is the beverage and wine list. I tried one of their signature non-alcoholic drinks called Cathay Delight, and it was pretty refreshing. This part of the lounge was noticeably less busy than the food hall, with plenty of seats available for guests to use. Past the bar is the airline's popular Noodle Bar. Similar to the food hall, it was quite busy when I first arrived at the lounge around 6 p.m., but it cleared out about an hour later. This was the third noodle bar I visited that day, and they all offer mostly similar dishes, such as wonton noodles, dan dan noodles, and dim sum, including pork shumai, vegetable dumplings, and steamed bao. However, this lounge also offers Hong Kong-style roasted meat dishes like barbecued pork rice and crispy roasted pork rice. There's also a self-serve buffet here with items like stir-fried eggplant and Singapore-style fried noodles. There's a ton of seating in this space, with the majority consisting of booths of various sizes, bar seating, and communal tables. Past the Noodle Bar is the Teahouse, an original concept unique to the Pier Business Lounge. This space has a great vibe, almost like stepping into a high-design speakeasy. In front of the bar, there's a table with a spread of sweets and small bites to accompany your tea, including caramelized walnuts and Portuguese egg tarts. At the bar, they offer a selection of juice shots and a full tea menu that you can order from. Between the different areas of the lounge, this space was the least crowded. There were a few guests when I first arrived around 6 p.m. when the rest of the lounge was busy, but it was pretty much empty by the time I left around 7 p.m. The next section is where the 14 shower suites are located. Unfortunately, it was difficult to secure a shower room and the attendants seemed a bit overwhelmed. For what it's worth, based on photos online, the showers here appear smaller than those at the Bridge Lounge, and that's probably where I would have preferred to shower if I had needed to. Finally, at the end of the lounge is a space they call the Relaxation Room. Compared to photos I've seen online, it was quite dark when I visited, likely because it was nighttime and they try to reflect the time of day as much as possible. I've definitely seen reviews where this area was much more brightly lit. Anyway, around the edge of the central area, if you can see it, are day beds where you can get some shut-eye or simply relax in peace. Now let's trace our steps back to the reception area and check out the slow lane or the seating section. The seating area begins and largely runs parallel to the fast lane or the food and beverage section. The space is designed like a living room with armchairs and couches, along with a variety of other seating options including a couple of communal tables. In one section, both areas actually open up to each other, allowing guests to move freely between the two sides. For those who prefer to stay in this area of the lounge, there are a couple of drink stations where guests can grab a variety of canned beverages. Finally, at the end of this lane is a section with a collection of those very comfortable solo chairs, along with some recliners with matching footstools facing the tarmac. The Pier Business Lounge is an amazing lounge. Along with the Bridge Lounge, which I just reviewed recently, I think the Pier Business Lounge is one of Cathay Pacific's best business class lounges and probably one of the best in the world. The decor sets the tone for the experience. The design makes you feel like you're in someone's modern, vibey, yet cozy home. The amount, quality, and variety of food are impressive, not to mention the barista-made coffee and an entire room dedicated to specialty tea. There are even actual day beds in a dedicated space to relax in, as well as showers if you need them. When I first arrived at the lounge though, it was a bit busy, and it definitely influenced how I felt about the experience, especially after coming from a very quiet visit to the Bridge Lounge. Some of the staff were understandably overwhelmed, and it showed in some of the service touchpoints. With that said, I would still definitely try to arrive at the airport early just to relax and enjoy this lounge before my flight, even if my gate is the furthest one from here. Stay tuned for my review of Cathay Pacific's regional business class on their Boeing 777-300 coming in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe.